Good evening. Tonight's video is just a very straightforward one. We're going to install a new VCO in the GE A35825A model. That's the long Cybernet chassis, not the dual board design. What we're going to do differently is put in a Razer Radios VCO holder and one of Razer Ray's VCOs. Okay, the covers are off. It's pretty straightforward. All we have to do is desolder. I've desoldered these 3 pins, desoldered these 2 pins. We need to desolder this ground and remove the VCO. Okay, all the points are desoldered. These are twist pins here. So I need to twist those. Twist this one, then move each of these pins to make sure that they're free of solder. To make it easier on yourself, in order to get the VCO out, just push on the pins from the top side of the board. That way you're not potentially going to damage any tracks, and just let it drop out the top side. So, as we can see, now it's ready to remove from the top side of the board. Okay, we bring out the trusty dentist tools, just so that we're very careful in this area. I'm trying not to disturb as much as possible. Okay, so here we go. We've got the VCO loose. And there we go. It's almost out. And there we go. One Cybernet GE VCO. So the next task is to install the VCO holder underneath. It's hard to go wrong. You have 3 pins on one end and 2 on the other. And can we see this? As you can see, it's a bit of a challenge in there. But that's where it's going down into, and just line them up. Alright, the VCO holder's in. As you can see, pins are sticking through here. I'm just about to do the solder flowing. Okay, stage 1 of the operation is complete. And we can see that I've neatly soldered each of these 5 pins, tested for continuity, cleaned the surface area with isopropyl alcohol, cleaned these areas here, these pads, and then I'm about to put the VCO in, and then the last stage is to coat in board lacquer the work that I've done. Thank you. Okay, VCO is installed. Now we'll hook it all up and tune it to lock on the 40 channels. Thank you. Okay, now I've done a slight tune on the VCO, checked on channel 1. Oh, sorry, it's on channel 40 now. So if we do an AM carrier, we look at that. So there's 4 watts, all up, swing of about 17. Channel 1. Auto tune the antenna. 4 watts, all up, swing of 17, 18 watts. Go to upper sideband, all up, same. I'll button it back up and put it back together. Thank you. Okay, this is the final section. It's all complete, tested, went through the receive, and it's doing extremely well. This radio has, I've just performed over the last 2 weeks a full cap redo. This brought up the receive, but most of the gains were in the TX side on this radio. It had a lot of dry joints, so gave me a chance to get across the whole board. And the reason for the change for the VCO is that this was intermittently not TXing, and whilst going through and desoldering and redoing all the area around the PLL and rebuilding that area, as you can see in the videos, it had a lot of work. Well, it had work done in the past to the board, and a lot of the tracks were just missing. So I posted a video in the past on the track repair on this radio. So now we're moving closer to this being put away, this radio. I am looking for some new plastics for this. As you can see, it's had a bit of a hard life on the front panel. There's a lot of marks. But overall, these radios are getting quite rare to find. Something else you may be interested in, you see all of my containers here, which I've listed, labelled. It goes from Project 1, which is the one that we have today on the books, to Project 6. And the second project we have is a 2-metre amplifier, which I've been working on as of late. And what we do is that you just use these containers to put all your odds and ends in, and that way you don't lose. So any parts that I take out of the radio or the item that I'm working on, I put in there, good or bad, and then when the project is done, then I bin and keep what I need to keep. Okay, any questions, feel free to answer. It's currently on 35, skip's just finished, around about 20 minutes ago. And it's, unfortunately, there's not a lot on for you to listen to. All right, when I have more, I'll post another video. Thank you.